long do we have?
7 days.
Hello there, quirky people. We just got the final Eternals trailer and it looks stunning. It filled the void of all action sequences that were missing from the first teaser. We got a good look at every important character of this film. But this trailer was really big on the revelation of the tactical leader of Eternals, that is Superman. Ikaris. He was the centerpiece of this trailer, and we finally get to see him fly around, shoot cosmic energy beams out of his eyes, and showcase his super strength. It all looked really badass, and most of you would be thinking that Ikaris would be the star of the film. But I've got a new theory in mind. I think that Marvel is playing us yet again. Druig was initially supposed to be the bad Eternal, and a possible candidate for being the villain, but he may not be the one. Marvel is posing the Deviants to be the main villains of this movie. But I believe that they won't be the main antagonists either. They could rather be the victims. In our previous theory, we suggested that the Celestials could be the real big bads. In fact, the latest trailer did kind of suggest that Arishem the Judge is a villain that the Eternals might go up against. But that might come in the sequels. Right now, this family might have to take on its strongest member. It is entirely possible that Ikaris is not the protagonist, but rather the big antagonist of the film. He is described as the tactical leader of the group, while Ajak is the spiritual leader. Together, they led their family for centuries before all of them split apart. Ikaris is said to be moral, kind, charismatic, and the most powerful Eternal, and he takes pride in keeping the other Eternals safe. When the monstrous Deviants return after centuries, Ikaris will lead the charge to unite the scattered Eternals to stop the new threat. As the final trailer begins, we see Ajak approaching her house, and there's Ikaris looking down on her. They talk about the emergence that was caused by Hulk snap. And Ajak tells him that the Eternals only have 7 days to put the incoming Deviant threat to rest. Then, Ikaris begins his journey to reunite his team and take down the Deviants. But surprisingly, Ajak is nowhere to be seen in any of the present-day shots.
Hi.
Hello.
There's just one shot of her crying with Phastos from the previous trailer. But she isn't reassembling the family with Ikaris. One could think that since she can speak to the Celestials, she might have gone on to talk to them while Ikaris assembled the team. But this particular shot of Ikaris makes me think otherwise. He completely loses it, and in the background, we can see the house of Ajak where these two were initially talking. So it does seem that Ikaris is going to kill Ajak. As I mentioned previously, he takes pride in keeping the other Eternals safe, but his pride may have turned into ego over time. My theory is that the Eternals were sent to Earth 7,000 years ago when the Deviants began to attack the humans. They were led by Ajak, while Ikaris was more of a commander. He's number 2 in the family. As they fought the Deviants, they probably reached to an agreement that they won't be killing them off. Rather, they'd put them in the state of eternal hibernation or something like that. So most of the Deviants remained asleep for all these years, and now they have been awakened by Hulk snap. The Deviant leader, Kro, will lead an attack against the humans once more. And the motivation of Ikaris would be to wipe out the race of the Deviants completely this time. This trailer shows him to be really ruthless towards the Deviants. So, I believe that he would have suggested to kill all the Deviants thousands of years ago, but Ajak would have convinced him to put them to sleep instead. And now, Ikaris probably blames her for their reemergence. So after an argument, he might have killed her in the present day. He grew weary of her ways, considering her to be a half measure.
I'll kill them all. Every one of them.
It is possible that he has also hated the fact that only Ajak could speak to his creators, the Celestials. He probably wanted true leadership of the Eternals, but he also respected Ajak for years until now. He was moral and kind towards the humans, but now, he might be none of those things. Part of the reason for it could be his breakup with Cersei. The previous trailer teased their eternal love for each other. They were together for centuries. But as the ego of Ikaris grew with his might, Cersei might have left him. And now that she will fall for a human named Dane Whitman, Ikaris might be turned completely into a villain. He'd strive to kill off the entire Deviant race, and he'd also persuade his team members to do the same. But when they'd find out what he did to Ajak, we're going to witness a battle between Ikaris and the other Eternals. Zack Snyder began the trend of an evil Superman by teasing the nightmare future in Batman vs. Superman. Then the boys gave us Homelander, who is just the worst. Amazon Prime continued that trend with Omni-Man. And Snyder further released his evil Superman plans with the latest version of Justice League. Sadly, he won't get to complete his vision. But it seems that Marvel is once again being inspired from his idea.
I could tell you meant that.
We've already covered a video showing how Zack Snyder's DCEU would have been the same as MCU. WB felt cold feet with his vision, so they backed off. But Snyder planned to kill off key characters in the future, just like Infinity War. Darkseid would have won, just like Thanos did. We would have had a 5-year time jump, then time travel would have been the key to saving the day, just like Endgame. And in the end, all the heroes were going to come together, just like they assembled against Thanos. Now the MCU seems to be taking a heavy inspiration for Snyder's evil Superman plans. Once again, what he couldn't finish, Marvel is doing with Eternals. Hats off to director Chloe Zhao, who has clearly inspired Ikaris from Snyder's Superman. I mean, just look at these shots and tell me that you don't see Henry Cavill's Superman in them. So I stand with my theory of an evil Superman in Eternals. And there's another reason for that. Ikaris is among the most powerful MCU characters of all time. His strength is at par with Thor and Captain Marvel. Since MCU already has these insanely strong characters, and I haven't even mentioned the Scarlet Witch yet, it would be tough to handle Ikaris among them. I mean, how could you keep a character as strong as Ikaris out of the fight for a long time? It could happen only if he is dead or incarcerated somewhere. So by the end of the Eternals, the team might take him down in one way or another. What do you think about this theory? Is Ikaris a noble leader, or will he be turned into yet another Omni-Man? Let us know your thoughts upon this theory in the comments. Give us a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun content on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.